The following video is to illustrate how to create new devices. We're currently at the landing page for applications, so along the left menu, click on Devices. This gives us a listing of all of the devices currently in the system. You may have 0 entries at this point if you're just starting, or you may have devices as they already are. Click on the top left Add button to get started. Here we can create a new device. Perhaps it is of type General or the LoRa Orbywise type or some other type. When you mouse over, you will see a plus button and a bulk add button. For the simplest type of device, click on the plus symbol to create device of General. Enter a name. For this example, it's just test example 1 and a serial number. You can optionally put a description in if you like. And you have the opportunity to add labels if you wish, or not. You click on the accordion to expand it and perhaps add a label if you wish, but you may not need to. Click Create when you are ready. And we see from the notification the device has been created. To see this new device, we'll go to the devices listing on top left, and now I can see that the test example 1 device which I created has been created here. It has never been seen. That means no data has arrived from the device yet, and the history shows in the spark line that 0 data points have been received for each day. And the data points today, naturally enough, are 0. I can click on this row of the table to see more details about this specific device. The device name is on the top left, followed by the unique identifier, the UUID of the device. The serial number has also shown here, and the device type is General. We see some other modification information, etc. We see the labels which we applied. It has no attachments as of yet. There are no incidents as of yet, and the metrics show that for all of the metrics in the system, we have no data points yet. When data flows, more will be shown. The GPS coordinates are by default at 0, 0, but we can manually move them using the map if we wish. For example, I can click on a location and click Move. The device will be moved to this location. Clicking on the device listing again, there are the opportunity to create LoRa devices also. I click on Add and the plus symbol in the LoRa section to create device. Here we see that the entries are slightly different because for a LoRa Orbywise device it requires additional settings. It requires a name, of course, an optional description, but mandatory is the DEV-EUI, which corresponds to a serial number. I enter the serial number here, or DEV-EUI, and then in device type I see a listing of all of the types of encoders and decoders which have been entered in the device type section. Please see the device type section for this matter. In the accordion for advanced settings, we have the options of working with over-the-air activation or of activation by personalization. Selecting the radio button gives us the detailed selections for these. I'm going to enter in an OTAA app key for this specific example and click Create. The device has been created and will now be visible in the devices listing. We can click on the LoRa Test 1 row and see further details. This is very similar to the general listing, but one particular difference is that there is a panel for LoRa Orbywise info, and this contains the DEV-EUI and the app key, etc., as well as some information which was returned from the Orbywise server. With General and other type devices, we have the ability to edit some of the information. Click on the gear icon top right of the device info and a modal window pops up. Here we can change, for example, the name of the device or add a description. Click Save to update that information and we see it refreshed on the top left. Also, we can change the labels by clicking on the gear icon of the Labels section. Click Add a Label to select something and repeat as necessary, then click Save. Here we see the information reflected in the labels. We can also add attachments such as photos, imagery or documentation to a device. Click on the Add button and now you can choose using your file browser an image or a document, etc. and click Open. The attachment is uploaded and here we see a row containing the size and the time it was uploaded with the ability to search among various rows if we have multiple. You can click on the image itself for a preview, or you can click on the row and choose to click Download to download the image file locally or Delete to remove it. The incidents list here is blank because I've just created this device right now, but we will take a look at another example where there are some rows. And similarly the metrics are empty. Let's revisit the list of devices again. Here is a general device which I've already created with some generic information in it. And we see the activity line contains some information with data points across the last few days. An array of labels has been added. An array of attachments has been added. Here we can see an array of incidents are visible. Lots of memory high alerts have been sent of type warning. I can deselect the warning selector and only the critical and information alerts are visible at the moment. In this situation there are no information and there are just 5 criticals. So in this way we can filter down to whichever incidents we wish to look at, or we can search for various items. So I will search for the word critical, which only appears in the critical ones. Similarly, there are other functionalities available such as copying the table as it is visible at the moment, or the CSV for a CSV file download. Also of interest is the metrics table. Here 1 row per metric is visible and it accounts for how many data points have been received for this device with this metric. In this example, 25 data points have been received in the last 30 days for this one device along the metric of memory. I can see which days they appeared on by mousing over the spark line on the right. Also, I can click on the row and it will bring up a zoomable 30-day historical graph of the actual data points which were uploaded. And close to resume. Back to the device listing again. We have the ability to add multiple devices via the bulk addition facility. By clicking the bulk add, we are presented with a modal. From here we can choose to upload a file. I click the upload file button and now I can choose the CSV which I wish to upload and I click open. All of the entries have been uploaded from the CSV file and 1 device per row or per line has been entered. Taking a quick look at the contents of what I just uploaded there, it had the name of the device followed by the serial number followed by the description. A simple CSV for general devices. The LoRa devices require more columns, but all of these are specified in the examples as provided in the modal. Once I have uploaded the devices, I have the ability to create more devices or go to the list of all devices. I'll click Create More Devices just for the purposes of showing in the modal this is the file format which you are shown as an example for which to upload in the CSV format. This applies also for the LoRa devices. Thank you for watching.